Hello, Foundations of Literature. I am here to tell you about your asynchronous work. In this assignment, you are going to read one story, and you're going to examine what is causing tension or like conflict in the story. I want to remind you really quick. Remember, tension is something we always look for in literature, and it's basically just like the problem, right? So for example, in The Lion King, something that causes tension is Simba's fight with his uncle Scar. That is causing tension. Another thing causing tension in The Lion King is like Simba fighting with himself. Can he really be king, right? You're going to be looking at what causes tension in your story, okay? So here's what you will do. You'll read the story. You're going to tell us what is the main character most preoccupied with. And remember, preoccupied is like you're super concerned with, you're worried about. For example, sometimes I get preoccupied with how I look on Zoom. I'm worried, right? Okay. You are then going to tell us what's the source of this tension or conflict. Where is it coming from? Where does that worry come from for that teenager, right? Okay. And then you get to tell us, do you think that this is a problem or conflict that teens actually face? Remember, our whole unit is about like whether teenagers are accurately represented in literature, and you get to tell us, are they, right? Okay. This is due on Thursday. It's a shared reading grade, okay? And there's a couple different parts. First, you get to read. You have 3 options for what you read. They're all in your course pack. One is from that same book with the fire on high that we read earlier this semester, the one with like the pregnant narrator. She's talking about being mixed raced. Okay. The second one is from a book called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. This is a story where the main character, who's also a teenager, is on the autism spectrum. So the sources of tension for him and the things that kind of cause conflict in his life are different than a lot of his peers, right? And then the last option for you is from a book called The Love and Lies of Roxana Ali. And this is a story about a girl whose parents are very, very conservative. She's Muslim conservative, and she's gay, and she's talking about like her relationship, and a source of tension for her is like having to hide that relationship. Okay. So here's what you're thinking. What is causing tension in the story you chose? So that's part 1. Pick a story and read it. Part 2, you will analyze or like look into the story by filling out this chart. You notice a lot of words on this side. These words are just here to help. If you know how to fill it in without like going like a lot into that, you can, okay? But basically your job is to fill in everywhere that you see highlighted, okay? And then the third part is you're going to be doing a reader's response. Here is your prompt. What would your author say is a main source of tension for teenagers? And how do they show this, right? And then you'll write a second paragraph. Does this portrayal of teenage life resonate with you? Remember our vocab for resonate? It's like you agree with it. If something resonates with you, it's like you feel it, right? So as you're reading this story, you're going to think like, is this actually a problem teenagers face? And like, do you feel it, right? Is it true? Okay. So writing 2 paragraphs. You can draft your response here. You don't have to, okay? But this response will actually go in your reader's notebook. So you'll go to your reader's notebook. You will click on it. It will load sort of slowly, because it always does. And then you'll notice on the side, as soon as it loads, come on, I'm telling you, reader's note. Oh, here it is. Okay. You'll go to your reader's response entry. You should be on response 2, so you'll click that, and that's where you'll put that prompt. So remember, like when you've got multiple tabs open, I have multiple tabs right now, and what I would do is copy this prompt. So Control C, put it in that reader's notebook, so Control V, and do the same thing with the due date and the word count, and then you type your response here, okay? If there are any questions, let us know. Otherwise, that's your task. Okay, so basically think, what's causing the problem here, and is this like true to life? You got this!